Welcome back to Credit Nerdy. Welcome back to Credit Nerdy, brought to you by Ironic Financial. It's your boy Genius. In this video, I want to discuss with you how to buy a car, how to buy a vehicle at the cheapest price, at the best interest rate, and possibly make no down payment. You hear individuals say that down payment is illegal, but it's not straightforward as they allow it to sound. I'm going to walk you through this video how to buy a vehicle at the best possible price with the best interest rate and quite possibly get no down payment when you're doing it. Welcome back to Credit Learning. All right, buying a vehicle usually is a fun thing, but sometimes it can be dreadful. It can have consequences on your credit. You can be ripped off. You can end up with a bad deal. But if you understand the process and what you need to do, you can buy a vehicle at the best price with the best interest rate available based upon where you are with your credit, and also at times make no down payment if you understand what you're doing. Let me walk you through the steps. So when you're gonna buy a vehicle, there are several things that you need to understand and that I would advise you to do when you are buying a vehicle that will give you an advantage as opposed to a disadvantage. I'm not talking about trading or anything like that at this point, because I know that that can also play a role. I'm talking about you just going to buy the vehicle straight up or something like that. And then even the trading can be factored into this as well if you do it the way that I'm telling you, because you would negotiate first and then later on add that to it, and then you basically end up with a super deal. The first thing you need to do when you're gonna buy a vehicle, first thing you need to do is get pre-qualified. Pre-qualify for your loan, right? Why this is important? If you get pre-qualified for your loan, it gives you leverage and gives you an advantage. It gives you leverage in that you will already know what you can qualify for, how much money you are being qualified for, and as a result, you can shop accordingly. In addition to that kind of leverage, it also protects your credit from you going to a car dealership and they stop your credit report and run up a whole lot of inquiry on your credit report. And you end up with a notorious amount of inquiries, and it tank your credit score and damage your interest rate when you are closing out the loan. So that is the first thing that you need to understand. You're protecting your credit to don't acquire a whole lot of inquiries, and you're also knowing what is the budget that you are working with. Why that is important, you can do that online. You have many different platforms that pre-qualify you, and banks and credit unions that pre-qualify you. Another advantage that the pre-qualification gives you, sometime when you walk in with the pre-qualification, the dealer will offer you sometimes a better rate to get you to do the deal with them than the one that you came in with from your bank. So it automatically is negotiating for you and sometimes give you an advantage where you get a better deal. And I remember I bought a car a few years ago, and I went there with my pre-qualification letter, and I left with no money down, and I left with a cheaper interest rate than what the pre-qualified bank gave me, because I had the pre-qualification. It actually did the negotiation for me, because the dealer wanted the dealer wanted, especially when it's a brand dealer like a Toyota or one of those brands that it's their dealership, they want to finance the vehicle because it's more money for them. So they sometimes will give you a better rate than the one that you come in with somebody that is not them, and you get a better deal. So that will help you with the price that you're gonna get, with the interest rate that you're gonna get. Now, having the pre-qualification also will allow you to shop and not overspend on a car, because you will know how much the bank is willing to give you, so you know the price range that you're going to stick to. This information is important, because when it comes on to your down payment information. Why the argument is made when it speaks on whether the dealer can charge you a down payment, a lot of time it's not explained properly. And as a result, people sometimes go to dealerships and make an ass of themselves, creating a scene when they don't have that kind of leverage. If your pre-qualification qualifies you for more than what the car that you want value, and the bank is gonna give you more, the dealer ought not to ask you for a down payment, because the down payment is not within the power of the dealer. The down payment requirement is within the power of the creditor that is financing the deal. If the money that you have is more than what the car is valued at, and you want to make a down payment so that you can manipulate what your monthly payment will be, that's fine. But once your qualification is more than what the car value to cover everything that is in the finance charge, the dealer not supposed to ask you for any money. If they ask you to make a cash down payment, it's a violation of the Truth in Lending Act. Because a credit transaction under the Truth in Lending Act, once it is not basically, the cash is not required by the creditor, then it is a violation if the dealer asks you for it. Because a credit transaction does not have cash as a part of it. Let me explain that to you where it makes more sense. If you want a vehicle for like a vehicle that's valued 18,000 and the finance starts and everything will come out to like 19,000 when you're done, and the bank pre-qualify you for 21,000, it means that you have the money to cover the total finance charge, and the finance charge is inclusive of insurance, all of the fees that the dealer have and all of that. Okay? So don't let the dealer tell you that, oh, you have this fee and that fee and all of that. The finance charge, all of that should be calculated in it. If the money that the dealer is giving is more than that, you don't need a down payment. But if you go to the dealer and the dealer says $25,000 for the car, or $20,000 for the car, or whatever, and the bank is only qualifying you, if it's for $25,000, the bank is only giving you $20,000, and the dealer say, and the bank say, all right, you gotta put on $5,000 for us to do this loan to cover the next $5,000 that is missing from the $25,000. Then that's when you make a down payment and you're required to. But the bank can't tell you that. The dealer can't tell you that the car is 18,000, the bank is giving you 21 and the total finance charge is 20,000, and they're telling you to make a down payment. That is in violation of the Truth in Lending Act, because the dealer is not the one that is doing the financing, it's the bank. The dealer only has the product that you are buying. They don't have a say so unless it is basically an in-house financing and they're manipulating and they have a cash requirement as part of it. And as I said, the number would have to be less than what you are basically getting to buy for them to invoke that. So that is the advantage of also being pre-qualified. You will know how much the bank is willing to pay, and you go there and look for a car and you see it's less and the number will be less. You know that you should walk out of there with no down payment. That is why the pre-qualification is important, and that's how you can actually don't have any down payment required. How do you get the best price on the car? Now we have covered pre-qualification, now we have covered the down payment. How you get the best price on the car? The banks use, most banks use Kelley Blue Book to evaluate cars and car value. I do this when I'm going to buy a car. So what I am telling you, I'm telling you from experience. You go to Kelley Blue Book if you have a sense of the kind of vehicle that you want. Look up the vehicle, put in the specs that is necessary in terms of the condition that you're looking for. Kelley Blue Book is going to tell you what is the market rate for that price. That is what the bank uses to determine how much they are willing to spend on a vehicle. I have gone to buy vehicle before, and the bank basically do the negotiating for me without I having to do any negotiation because the price that the dealer had listed on it, the bank outrightly tell them without me speaking to the dealer that we are not going to finance it for that amount of money. We are only going to finance it for this amount, and if you bring down the number to this, we will do it. And the dealer had to do it without me even telling them that. Because the bank used Kelly Blue Book to determine it. And it's not only Kelly Blue Book that does this, but they are the most prevalent one and they are the one that most banks use. So I would tell you to use them. What Kelly Blue Books also do, it show you the car in different areas and the price that it is listed for there. So you are able to do a market competitive analysis of what the competitors are selling the same vehicle for and use that to negotiate the price with the dealer. If the dealer is trying to sell you for more money than the market value or what the competitor, you can show him on the screen, say, no, these dealers around here are selling it for this and I'm not going to buy it from you for this. I did that and negotiate down car prices. So you know that you're getting a fair market rate. And even when I'm buying vehicle cash, because I bought vehicle finance, and I bought vehicle cash, and I bought, when I say cash, I bought vehicle at auctions, dealer auction that the dealer goes to buy their pre-owned vehicle that they're selling you back at a markup price. And I also buy car from private individuals. And with all of these transactions, I do my market analysis. Because when you're buying at the auction, you can see what those vehicles are being sold for at different auctions. If you're buying at from a private individual, you can analyze what the market is selling the vehicle for and negotiate with the private individual for that price. As I did that before. And at the dealer, you can do the same thing. So that's how you get the best price for it. And then the dealer trying to tell you no, then you can pull up Kelly Blue Books and show them and say, see there, this is what it is selling for here, this is what it's selling for there, and this is what it's selling for there, and I'm not going to pay you more. I'm going to go there if you don't want to give me for this price. So remember, you are coming in pre-qualified already, so they know that you have the money to do the deal. Then, how you get the best interest rate now? When you're going to buy a vehicle, a lot of time, the dealer uses your FICO order score. Some of them use your regular FICO. But most dealers, especially the more established dealers, they're going to use your FICO order. Your FICO order is different from your regular FICO score. How you get access to your FICO order, the dealer is not going to give it to you, I'll show you. You can go to myfico.com and buy your FICO order score for about $19. The last time I checked, that's what it was selling for. I don't know if it went up, because different regulations govern the prices of credit score. If you never was aware of that, the CFPB can say so on that. Anyway, you can go and buy your FICO order. Why that is important at myfico.com. When you buy your FICO order, you will know what your FICO order score is. After you do that, you're gonna go and pull at bankrate.com. Bankrate is not the only one that does this, but Bankrate is really good. Experian does this as well. What you're gonna look for is what is the average market rate, market interest rate for credit score ranges. When you sit in prime, subprime, fair, or poor, Bankrate will show you what the average person with that credit score is paying in interest rate nationally on average. But Experian also publishes this information as well. So it's not one place that does it, but Bankrate is really good at this, and you can use bankrate.com. So when you pull your FICO order, go to Bankrate, or whichever order you want to do it in. Look at what the average person nationwide is paying in interest rate in the segments of credit score. And you look where your credit score lies, and you will know what is the maximum rate you need to pay on a vehicle at that range in your credit score. Because sometimes the dealer will know this and jack up the price for you. And used car interest rate, bank rate nationwide is different from brand new car. So you gotta keep this in mind. So you need to know these two things when you are going to do it, so you know which one to basically use and what is the price range. You will see the minimum and you will see the maximum. So you will know whether the dealer is robbing you or not. Now you don't sign up on any deal until you know the total finance charge, including of the interest rate, all the interest rate, your basically annual interest rate and all of that. The dealer is required to show you this before you sign the contract. Don't let the dealer tell you that, oh, let us sign it and then I will tell you. If they do that, it's a violation of the Truth in Lending Act. So you need to see that, and once you see that, then if it's more than what the average is paying, you negotiate with the dealer and say, no, this is what the average person with my credit score is paying. So you need to carry down this interest rate so that I pay what nationally is being paid. That's how you get the best interest rate. I hope that this video is helpful to you. This is how you buy a car and potentially don't make any down payment once you meet the pre-qualification requirement and the money is what it should be, and how you get the best value for the car and how you pay the lowest interest rate. Let me just give a recap so you remember the process. First thing you need to do, get your pre-qualification before you go and buy the car. That is important because it gives you leverage. Give you leverage in that, it gives you negotiating power. It also allows you to know what you will qualify for. It also will allow you to do a better intelligent shopping in terms of what you're planning to spend on a car, in addition to allowing you to also know whether or not from top, based upon the price that the dealer has listed there, whether you will need to make a down payment once the creditor is not requiring it. Some creditor will require it. Once the creditor don't require it, the dealer cannot force your hand to basically pay a down payment. Then the next thing you do, you go to Kelley Blue Books. Make sure you understand, if you understand what kind of vehicle you want. Even if it's at the dealer, you see the vehicle, you can do it on the spot right there. Pull it up on your phone. Look it up before you talk to the dealer, and then go into the dealer well prepared to do your negotiation. You would have seen what the vehicle is being sold for on the market on average, and you will also see other dealers in the area, because they will ask you to put in the zip code, and you will see other dealers in the area what they are selling it for, and you can use that to negotiate against the dealer that you basically is at. The next thing you need to, before you get to the dealer, you need to go to Bankrate, see what is the national average for new cars, used cars, and also what is the range of the maximum that you should be paying in interest, quite possibly with people with your score. Upon seeing that, then you can also use that to negotiate the interest rate from the dealer. So that's how you basically get the best interest rate, the best sales price. You go to Kelley Blue Book, let Kelley Blue Book tell you exactly what you should pay. This is what banks use to know how much they're gonna pay for a vehicle. The banks use this. I learned this from a bank. I didn't learn this outside, I learned it from a bank. So I know that the banks use this. But it's not Kelley Blue Books alone that does this. But I'm just telling you that they are the main one. Just as though it's not Bankrate alone that tells you what's the national average. Experian does this and many others do it. So you use those, and that's how you buy the car for the best price, the best interest rate, and possibly pay no money down. Peace. I hope this is helpful.